I'm gonna throw a disclaimer out that this stream is going to get pretty degenerate. The jokes and the comments that are popping up in my head right now, they might not be what you may expect from this channel. Or if you're somebody who takes offense very easily, I really suggest you to skip this one out. Sit this one out. Just walk away now. You have been warned. Because from this point onwards, anything that I say, I'm gonna be a full degenerate about this idea of a robot inside your home. You have been warned. Already, already. Let's just face it. The only thing that is popping up in my head is sex, right? Like people are gonna use this robot for sexual favors, aren't they? If I have understood anything about people, just in general, any product that they purchase, they try to figure out how they can have sex with it. The whole robot is covered with cloth. Imagine cleaning this one up when it is a part of an orgy. Because you know that's gonna happen, right? We're gonna get a full new category of porn, which will be from the POV of this kind of robot, Neo, that will show us what it looks like when you are participating in an orgy. This will be a side gig for them that they will allow you to pay $5.99 for your VR headset so you can get into the perspective of this robot and you can experience an orgy yourself. Because obviously there are people out there that pay for OnlyFans anyway, then I can really take into consideration that this is the direction that we are headed in, a new category of porn. If front-end development future is in danger, you know what is in danger? Your own asshole. Because you know what I'm thinking about this robot now. This company is going to come out with appendages to the robot. And you know which kind of appendages I mean. You're gonna get a 6-inch one, you're gonna get a 12-inch one, and in the extreme case, you're gonna get female genitalia embedded robot. And I assume and I assume that you're gonna wake up one night and your robot is hovering over you and it's saying that you better make the payment or they're gonna use that appendage to insert in you. And if it is a 12-inch one, you're gonna be really screwed. The kind of privacy that this robot is getting in your house, operated by a certain teleoperator, and that is another thing that blew my mind away. This is controlled by somebody with a VR headset somewhere connected to the internet, right? Now just assume that you're the owner of this robot and you just tell your robot, hey robot, just come here and jerk me off. And imagine being the teleoperator who obviously can't refuse the kind of request because you paid $20,000 or $500 a month subscription. Obviously, the robot is going to come to you and they're going to have to jerk you off. And then imagine the teleoperator that is going to be operating the robot, what it must feel like. Any type of loser that is already not doing well with Moment now has a pretty good outlet to get this robot and like do all the sexual favors from this one for an exchange of money. We already know that that thing exists. Now imagine that this robot actually goes to your toilet and tries to clean it up and then goes over to do the dishes because it hasn't learned yet that once you clean the toilet, you're supposed to wash your hands. And this is a cloth based outer shell that this robot has. And you know what else I'm thinking though? Because guys are not gonna get the 6-inch and the 12-inch version of this appendage embedded robot, right? They're gonna get the female genitalia one. I really don't want to get crass here, but I guess I'm already there. So in which case, you know what I'm thinking of right now, that there will be a time when you will be having sex with that robot because obviously we are headed towards that future. And once your subscription payment is expiring or you are not renewing your subscription payment, your trial period is over. In the middle of sex, the genitalia will close off on your dick, being like, pay up now or we are not releasing this one. I also imagine, like, obviously, this is not gonna be 24/7 controlled by somebody through a VR headset, right? So imagine a teleoperator wanting to log in for the day, and the one thing that they see in their VR headset from the perspective of this robot is you going on this robot. And imagine the kind of robot that you will bring to some place where there will be black lights, black UV lights, and it turns out that your robot is full of cum stains. In which case, how grossed out will you be? Why didn't they come out with a female model? What is it really? Is it just misogyny? Is it patriarchy once again? Or is it okay because this robot is supposed to be a home maker? I guess in that case there is no sexism in place, is it? ChatGPT is already about to allow erotic content on their platform if you are a verified user. Now, if you are paying $500 a month for this robot, are you not a verified user by default? Or if you are paying $20,000, are you not a verified user by default? What is stopping you from asking all those favors from this robot? And I haven't even gotten to the legality or the security or the practical usage in their life phase. Because this is where my mind immediately went. Like, this is a humanoid. Obviously, this is gonna look like a human. And once you know you are a loser or somewhat that can't get women, you're gonna look at your robot and be like, that robot has be looking real fine today. Yeah, I bought this. I'm gonna use it how I want. I'm not even questioning all those aspects where kids are around. Like, let's say that this robot is carrying a kettle of boiling water and it just trips over and it spills it out on you. Is that not a lawsuit waiting to happen? Imagine you wanting to get up in the night to go to the bathroom and this robot is just doing its chores in the dark because obviously it doesn't need lights. And in your half hallucinating sleep state, you make direct eye contact with this robot. Are you not gonna piss your pants then and there if you forget that you have a robot in your house? Like, this robot has cameras, so obviously things are getting recorded and getting sent to a third party service. What if you're cheating on your husband, you're cheating on your wife, and this robot knows about it and tries to blackmail that family member, saying that you pay us this much money now, otherwise we are gonna release this footage to your husband and we're gonna send it to him. I really question the repairability of this robot. This robot has cloth on the outside, which is organic. But when you look at the fingers, those are moving parts made of metal. In which case they are gonna rust. In which case, how much does it cost to repair? Nobody thinks about that. Nobody is asking that. Imagine this getting hacked and people using this to do crimes, maybe kill someone. Yeah, I mean, obviously, because it is connected through Wi-Fi, connected through Bluetooth, something like that, right? It has an IP address. Obviously, this is a device. Somebody can take videos of you, somebody can take data off of you, somebody can scout out the whole house for thieves. You know, you can make the robot tell you about every corner of the house, the safest point of entry, the safest point to exit, and people can plan burglaries around your house. That's the security part. How do you know that the robot is not hearing your conversations and sending it everything to, targeted advertising agencies or whatever? So that is the security aspect of it. Legality is, how legal is this? You wanting to, like, what are the legal foundations around this? Should it be legal to own a device like this in your house without any type of regulations around the protocol, the hardware, child safety, any type of lawsuit prevention, anything like that, insurance coverage? We don't hear anything about that. It's just that we are so brain dead these days that any product comes out is immediately better. It's immediately world changing. It's immediately the top of the charts. And nobody raises questions around it. There are some people on Twitter that are saying that if the first spaceship of SpaceX exploded, and if Elon Musk had stopped there, then the company would have died. You need a little bit of failure to keep the company going and incremental changes on the product to make it good. I hear you. But also, this is not how you do business. If you release a product into the market, you need to sell it for what it is today. If I say as a customer that I'm not gonna invest any money in your business just on this hopes that this product is gonna get outdated, and 6 months from now I'm gonna have to buy your next version of the robot, in which case I have to spend more money, then I'm not gonna do it. This is not a smart spending of my dollars. Then that is a very fair thing to say, isn't it? So I don't support this argument at all that you're gonna have to invest into a company and let it grow or let it be better. Like, nah, this is not how this works. The humanoid robot is male form but teleoperated by a female. So if that robot decides to jerk you off, is it gay? Yes or no? And as Asmongold said, this is like Schrodinger's gay. You don't really know. You don't really know if it is gay for the robot to jerk you off until you find out the gender of the person who is teleoperating it. I have one more question. If you miss your subscription payment, does the robot just walk away? Like this guy, like how they are including the robot in the picnic. Let's say your payment expired. Does the robot just get up and walk away from you, being like, I don't want to live with you anymore? First of all, the moment that I paused it, look at this guy. Does he look human to you at all? This is like a comic book supervillain that we are looking at. See, right here. It's all metal. What's the repair cost? What's the durability? What if rust catches on this metal? Is this aluminum? Is this stainless steel? What is it? Here, the prank that she's doing right now. What if the robot just gets tired of your pranks and decides to grab your neck? Okay. I just thought of one more thing. What if you opened up the app to get the perspective of what your robot is watching, and it turns out that they are getting railed by your husband? You will receive updates. What if you get a message on your iPhone app that you got molested today by the owners? I just imagine, like, what are the legal boundaries here? Can the company sue their customer if they manhandle the robot just like that? I'm not talking humans, by the way, with molestation. But you can definitely manhandle a robot, in which case, what kind of activist are we gonna see? Are we gonna see robots right activists? These are going to be a separate species of people that decide that robots deserve, rights and everything. Robot lives matter. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, what kind of activism are we gonna see around robots? Ultron will have to be born as the ultimate activist.
Eventually, Neo will become fully autonomous, capable of helping you with anything around the house.
Yeah. Just wait until your uncle decides to get drunk and want to have a fight with the robot. Your $20,000 will be down the drain. You know how Americans already do this thing called food fights, where they waste food? Pretty soon, somebody's gonna get this robot for $500 a month, get drunk around it, and punch it if it doesn't, obey their commands or whatever. In which case, your guests are gonna ruin your robot. Yeah, that is another aspect of security, isn't it? If you just send your robot to kill somebody with a gun, can you really claim that you weren't the one that should be prosecuted? It should actually be the company that should, because technically you didn't pull the trigger. All you did was say it to the robot, and the robot has the responsibility to reject or accept that kind of command. And at the end of the day, it will be another prompt injection or prompt hacking type of scenario where somebody loses a life. This is a pretty serious thing, I think.